Bonjour, everyone. Welcome to Play Our Reigns of the 3-1 win against Burnley. Can I let you start with the keeper for a change? Karl Darlow. Mix it up.
It's a little bit 50-50 for me tonight, to be honest, considering last week it was potentially the best game he's had in a Newcastle shirt. Unbelievable. I think the only other game that would maybe compare was Nottingham Forest when we were in the Championship 2016, where he saved 2 penalties. And this week, he was okay. It's like the collection.
We talked about a couple of drop balls tonight.
Yeah, it is the collection that had been the problem. Other than last week, of course. I'd say last week he was man of the match. He got a 10 in player ratings and thoroughly deserved it. 11 saves, kept winning the game, which led to a point. The day he conceded 1 goal, which, to be fair, was an absolute belter of a strike. Put his name up. It was an unbelievable strike. Really, really good finish. The more I was sitting watching the replay again. Ooh, that's a really good goal. But them kind of strikes, you can't do anything about it. But yeah, the only downfall is the collection and how comfortable and confident he is in the delivery. Like last week, he must have been on some Space Jam tonic or something, because he was collecting everything. It was honestly the best performance I've seen him play since 2016. Yeah, today, it was okay. It was a bit 50-50. Iffy in collection and delivery. Couple of good saves. Now he can do about a goal. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Who have I got?
Right back to start with was Emil Krafth.
Ooh, Krafth. And then obviously forced him to centre-back because of Schär's injury late on. Krafth for me, he's solid, He's a good squad player to have. He's not the one I'd be putting on me starting line every week, but he does do a decent job. You can't fault him. To be fair, early on his Newcastle career, he's getting a lot of stick. You could pick fault at him. As he's grew into his life in Newcastle in the Premier League, he's done well, He's done well. He's not one of them ones where you see him on the team sheet. For me, anyway, when I see him on the team sheet, I think, that's all right. He's good enough. He'll do a job. Yeah. It's not oh, fuck, Kraft's playing shit.
Yeah, he gets so much stick, doesn't he?
Whereas I feel like that if Yedlin's playing. So when Kraft's playing, I think, that'll do me.
I'd rather have Krafth than Yedlin.
He's all right. Like I say, for pennies in this day and age, £5 million. Pennies, Swedish international. Today, came in, got some good blocks in there. Marked Burnley well, who were poor, to be fair. But I don't think we've seen the rough Burnley rugby style players we normally see. But Krafth at right back and at centre back, I definitely prefer him at right back. But tonight, did his job. I give him a good. You can have a 7. Well, enjoy yourself.
I enjoy yourself, mate. Anyways, into centre back who Krafth replaced in the second half was Fabian Schär. His first game in 9 weeks after a big shoulder injury, and unfortunately only lasted about 52 minutes before redoing that injury. So hopefully that's not a big concern. We've got a couple of weeks off now, but I'm pretty sure Schär was selected in the Sweden team. So the Switzerland team. So hopefully maybe he doesn't go. Hopefully he can sit back and have a rest, because we're very shallow at centre back at the minute with Clark and Dummett both being out, and we've been having to rely on Emil Krafth, and Lascelles has just picked up an injury. So it was good timing for Schär to come back. And to be fair, I thought he had a good game. He was another one that got a lot of stick after lockdown, because to be fair, he was abysmal. A couple of games, I can't remember who it was. I think it was maybe City I think it was 2 games against City, and maybe another one against Tottenham or something. He was shit. Considering the season before, he was our player of the season. And after lockdown, he just looked so uninterested. It wasn't even Schär. The soul had been sucked out of him. It was a different player. But yeah, today, first game of the season, first game for 9 weeks since the end of last season, and he had a pretty good game. He was putting a few passes forward, as we know Schär can do. Why we like them so much, dribbling forward, decent defensively. It's just that injury that's another concern for me. So yeah, he played 52 minutes. He can have a 6.
I thought he did well. He looked bad. I looked towards the Schär that were
Yeah.
Me.
And his partner was Fernández.
a bit more like the Fernández would like to see as well tonight. After I thought he's had a couple of shaky games,
Yeah.
We bigged him up last year. He was one of our players of the season last year. This season, he's looked sluggish. Probably understandable considering the amount of games he's played for his age as well. It's not like he's at the start of his career. Still a very good, reliable centre back for Newcastle. This season, like I say, he's been a bit slow. He's been off the pace a little bit, but now today he looked better. Some crucial blocks, some crucial clearances as well. I remember he just hoofing things away for fun when needed be. So, good performance by Fernández as centre back. We needed him as well because we're running out of centre backs at this rate. Give him a 7.
Yeah. On left back, Jamal Lewis, and oh man, he's starting to frustrate me a little bit, and I don't want to be because he was one of our big summer signings, very, very highly rated. Still a young lad at 22 years old. I want him to succeed so much. I want him to be our left back for the next 10 years. But his first few weeks for us, he concerns the hell out of me. Like, I think similar to what was said about him against Newport, he was iffy, but he had moments where he was good, like getting down the line, which we know he is good at. He's got loads of pace and loads of energy, bombing up and down the line, getting some crosses in. But it's his defensive positioning that's a concern, and just quite simple passing up the line. Like, just quite simple stuff. He tends to be too sloppy on. Like, I don't know if he just lacks concentration or something, but there's a player in there, so I don't want to get on him. But yeah, since the first game of the season, he's been a bit of a concern for me. So he can have a 5.
I agree.
Starting on the right was Jeff Hendrick.
Disappointing. Got in some great areas, and it was like he just didn't want to score against his former side.
Aye,
the excuse for that one that forced him at the back post where he hits a side net. It skids off the ground a little bit. The touch takes it away from him, but he seems to like just stare at it for a little bit and then think, we'll hit it. And then he hits it off the side net, and he's got to be testing Pope there. Means we're blanking a little bit, but there was another chance that he had in the game as well.
And then at the back, I think it was Shelvey on the back post where he just didn't get enough on it.
It was just throughout as well. He just seems to be playing a simple pass, which isn't bad when you've got players like Saint around you. Sometimes that's what you need, but a bit quiet again. And then, like I say, he's got to score. He's got to test Pope more in them positions. I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, he puts in a shift. So I thought he grafted all right the day, but it is just the quality in the end product. Really, I was disappointing the day. Jonjo Shelvey.
Brilliant game.
Yeah, really was vast compared to Wednesday night, because during the live stream on Wednesday night, fans were saying that they want him to be dropped, and I agreed up until the last 10 minutes where he actually showed what he could do with a brilliant finish, some decent passing and stuff. And I've seen a few people on social media when the lineup was announced an hour before kickoff slating that he even wore the captain's armband tonight. He was dog shit for 80 minutes against a League 2 team on Wednesday, and on Saturday he's captain in the side in the Premier League. But
did he captain the side? I didn't even notice that.
Wait, he did. I had the armband on the night.
I don't think he did. I mean,
yeah. But anyway, different display of the night. His passing was the Shelvey that we know and love, the one that does come out to play every now and then, the one that likes to spray some balls. He put a early one into Wilson. It was a brilliant ball. Wilson tried to round the keeper, just couldn't find his feet to finish it off. And yeah, it was just the Shelvey that we love. I thought he was great tonight. I'd give him a 7.
Give him the captain's on man every weekend, because he did turn up more than like definitely wanted the ball more, got on the ball more, made things happen. Good, really good performance by Shelvey tonight.
Yep. Inside him was Isaac Hayden.
Reliable as ever. As ever. How often do you see Hayden's had a bad game?
Yeah, it's not often.
You know what I mean? You talk about Shelvey having a good game. That happens once every 8 games, 6 games, 10 games. Hayden, a bad game once every 10, 15, 20 games.
Yeah.
Class night, broke up, played lovely. You need him against the likes of Burnley and Al. Won the battle of the midfield for me. For us tonight, Isaac Hayden, I give him a good, really good, strong 7.
Yep. And gladly on the left, I'll take the man of the match. And
beautiful.
Yeah, and not even to be over dramatic, give him a 10. He's literally the difference. Like when he's like, it's quite frustrating. Like when we don't have him in for a couple of weeks, then he comes back and we see what he can do. Like even when he's injured, like Brucey's played him quite a few times when he's been not fully fit, and you might as well put him on the side because he actually does fuck all when he's carrying like a little niggle or he's not fully fit. He's very stationary, which he was against Brighton, which is only the second game of the season, and we haven't seen him since. So now is the first time this season we've actually seen why we love him so much. And he literally was the difference. Without him tonight, it would have been a dull, boring game. Probably would play out to be a 1-1. But he took his goal brilliantly. His footwork, like even down the middle, he was taking players on, taking defenders out of the game for fun. His goal twisted one way, took out 3 players, went another way, took out another couple. It was a brilliant finish, bottom corner, that an England international goalkeeper got a decent hand to, but still wasn't enough to keep it out, pushed it onto the post and into the goal. And we mentioned before about how after half time, we just had nothing. It's like we just wanted to play it out to be a 0-0, try and hold out for a 1-1, which was never going to happen. And yeah, once they got their goal, I thought that pretty much would have been game over. The game probably would have finished 1-1 or potentially 2-1 to Burnley. But again, a moment of magic from Saint-Maximin opened up the scoring once more. Down the right-hand side, great skill, pace, an excellent ball in. Just before, while you were filming the fan cams, they were showing it in the background. It showed you the assist in slow motion. And honestly, what a fucking ball that was. Like, I don't know if you realize it until you see that slow motion, like how accurate it was, like the perfect ball for a striker standing at the back post, like right in between the last defender and the goalkeeper, right across the 6-yard box. The defender, I can't remember who it was, might have been Tarkowski, even tried to stick a foot in, which if he got contact on it, might have even turned into an own goal. But it was just enough to get past him, past Pope, Wilson at the back post. Perfect performance. A goal and an assist. Did he get 2 assists? No, a goal and an assist. Won the game for him. Simple as that. The difference. When you get someone who's the difference, there's not what you can do but absolutely worship the bloke. So 10 all day long.
Definitely.
Joelinton?
Better first half than second half, I thought. You've got to admire the work rate and the effort that Joe is now putting in and how better he looks on the ball. I think it's definitely helped him having Wilson there to take the pressure off him and to be further back. I was interested to see him play as a top 2, in behind Wilson instead of on the left. But I do still think on the left's his best performance. But still another good game for Joelinton. Like I see, he's dribbling, he's control. I like it when he just takes the ball in his stride and he turns and beats a man or two, and then he looks for a pass. When he was in that fed through Fraser for the penalty, or was it Saint-Maximin? I can't remember. But there was
Saint-Maximin was off. I think it might have been Joelinton because Saint-Maximin came up off of Fraser.
I think it was, but either way, that's why he's better as not that number 9 that we tried to make him be last year, because he is a team player and he will be further back and look for those options. So if you've got the likes of Fraser and anyone with pace like an Almir or even a Saint running in behind, or a Wilson, he just offering more to the team in a different dynamic now, and you can see confidence is better. A decent game for Joe tonight. I give him a 6.
Yeah, he is wasted playing up front for me. Like he's just standing up there isolated. Like he just kind of get into the game. Like he is a true grafter. He does everything for the team. He does look like he is like a proper team player. Like standing up top, just twiddling his thumbs. What good is he to anyone? You know what I mean, like playing further back, like he honestly is a really, really good player, and I hope Newcastle fans start getting off of his back, get the kid a chance. It's his second season in the Premier League now, and he's been class for 3 games in a row. Tonight wasn't his best performance, but he still put in a shift, and I thought he was really good tonight. But anyway, the man up top, 2 goals tonight for Callum Wilson, the man we've been crying out for, a true clinical goal scorer. Mwah, love you.
4-4.
How long have we been looking for a striker, man? Like an actual decent striker. 4 goals in the first 4 games.
You talk about how good the ball was from Saint-Maximin, and if it doesn't go off the defender for an own goal, there's knee one there for Newcastle last year, or the last 5 years. There's knee one there.
Joelinton or Carroll wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, anyone from the last couple of years, but Wilson, right place, right time, and that's a natural goal scorer, and that's how proper goal scorers get that many goals a season. That's how these players get that many goals a season, because they'll get many tap-ins, but tap-ins aren't lucky. Tap-ins are there because you're a skilled, intelligent player who knows where the ball's going to be. And it is me in high school, staging, not really, but he is class though, Wilson. It's a pleasure to watch him finally have an out-and-out goal scorer there at the back post throughout. I think his hold-up play tonight was really good. He's vision, he's linked up with Saint. It was a pleasure to watch. And like we're saying, he's closed in on Shelvey, who had 6 as our top goal scorer last year, and we're only in the first month. Unreal stuff. Yeah.
Well, our top scorer in the Premier League was Gale with 4, so he's already matched our top goal scorer from last season.
Jeez, I thought it was Shelvey with 6.
No, it's top striker. I mean, yeah.
No, striker. Aye. Oh, well, exactly. That was pretty much post-lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So amazing. Like, it wasn't a perfect performance by any means. Like the ball over from Shelvey, I don't know if it was because it was a wet surface, it might have been a little bit harder to control, but I think he maybe could have got a shot away a little bit quicker. And he had another header that went wide. It's another header. Like, he's been missing headers in every game. That's something that he needs to work on a little bit. But yeah, not taking nothing away from him. True poacher, true goal scorer. Something that we've been craving out for. I give him an 8.
What I do like is the penalties. Very confident that he's going to slot them away every time.
There's a bit of cheeky penalty, and now stroked down the middle. Lovely. That's what you want. Someone with confidence, like Joelinton took his penalty the other day. He just didn't look confident. And if it was anyone else, if it was Almiron or Shelvey, Richie, you're not really that confident. You're just kind of keeping your fingers crossed, thinking, "Oh, I hope it goes in." Like season before last. Second game of the season when we played Cardiff.
Kennedy.
As soon as I see, I remember that penalty, and we were watching that in town somewhere in some bar, and I was looking at the pitch, going, "Oh, get in! We've got a penalty." I was thinking, Richie's not on the pitch. I don't think Shelvey was on the pitch. Rondon hadn't yet made his debut. I was thinking, who the fuck's going to take this penalty? I don't think Perez was on the pitch. And as soon as I seen Kennedy put the ball on the spot, I was like, he's missing this. I'll put me fucking everything I own on Kennedy missing this penalty. But yeah, Wilson just oozes confidence, and he's just so cool to stroke a penalty down the middle like that and score it confidently. So yeah, massive improvement to this football club.
Huge.
First change on 52 minutes was Javier Manquillo on for Fabian Schär.
I thought it was good, I thought he wanted to make a point as well. Look at it. I've played a lot of games, but I want to play. I want to play every game. He was lively. I seen him more in Burnley's half than our half. He was bombing forward. He was giving options. It was a good performance by Manquillo. Whereas I think the start of this season he has been hit and miss. Right, he earned his new contract pre-lockdown, was it around that time? Earlier on this year, he earned his new long-term contract, and people were he's been good, better than we thought, but really giving him that many years. And then he's been a bit slow this year, but today he came off the bench. Gave an option going forward, wanted to get on the ball, wanted to make things happen. And he impressed me when he came on. I'll give him a good 6.
Yeah. Ryan Fraser, after 72 minutes for another injured Saint-Maximin, did all right, won the penalty. He was brave in getting forward, took a big collision, hit the post as well, almost got a goal, but got wiped out and won with a penalty. He was decent getting forward after Saint-Maximin went off. The clinical player, the spark went off. And to be fair, Fraser had a decent game. I just hope he doesn't play too much between now and the Man United game for Scotland, because he needs game time, he needs fitness and confidence. But I don't want him to be overworked at Scotland and come back in a fortnight time absolutely pagged. So 6 for his 20-minute run out, won a penalty and hit the post.
I know he is good. What I like about Fraser is wherever he's playing on the left or the right, he runs in between the lines, and the defenders don't know where he is to track him. He's causing problems there. And when you've got players like Shelvey who can thread a through ball, and even Joelinton, they will say he's going to cause danger, and he is going to get him behind. He is going to have one-on-ones, and he is going to potentially win penalties. So he made an impact. Wilson doesn't get that all-important third goal if it wasn't for Fraser.
Yeah. The final change, although it's probably harsh to give him a rating considering he only played about 20 seconds, but almost scored a goal. Put himself forward, had a left foot shot, just went past the post. So We'll give a non-applicable to Sean Longstaff and jump straight into Steve Bruce.
Ooh, Bruce is a... See what I mean? It's a tough one tonight because I kind of...
It's the halftime talk. What the hell happened in the second half compared to the first half?
Exactly. I honestly, I didn't want to just hate on someone for no reason, but...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It feels like the second half, Daesh gave him a bollocking and Bruce was sat in the toilets and nothing was said.
Scratch up a case.
It's literally relied upon Saint-Maximin pulling him out the shit twice. Bruce, fair enough. I quite like the idea of Joelinton off Wilson. Did it work amazingly? No, but it worked pretty well. Saint-Maximin, he was a bit more central as well, and he said post-match that he wants to play more central, which is a massive headache for Bruce, to be fair, with Almiron on the bench, who also wants to play more central. Like, you've got two wingers there who actually don't want to be wingers, who want to be playing central, whereas the main asset's the pace. That's a bit of a dilemma for Bruce. That's his fucking job. Deal with it, mate. Yeah. You're on millions a year to do that. Tonight, though, yeah, to be fair, the formation suited going up against Burnley's like-for-like formation, and we got the upper hand. Saint-Maximin was back fit. That's a huge relief. That's a huge bonus for him. Wilson, whether it was his signing or the scout or whoever, again 4-4 for him. He's on fire. We got the W of the night. We got the big 3 points. I'll give Bruce a 6.
Yeah, it's fair play. Going back to saying Saint-Maximin was at 10 and giving Brucey a headache, do you think, once everyone's fit and healthy, of course, do you think it might be worth, obviously, I think one best formation's a 4-2-3-1. So maybe if you play Maxi down the middle, have Joelinton on the left, as we just said before, is his best position, and a fit and healthy Fraser on the right, with Wilson up top. I think that could work, and give Miggy a bit of a break, have him as an impact sub, because he's got the pace. He can run at teams and hurt teams in the last 20 minutes with his pace. Because I don't like Miggy out wide. He's better as a 10. But when you compare who's the better player, Miggy or Saint-Maximin, it's got to be Saint-Maximin. So I think that could be something worth looking at in the future once we get everyone back healthy.
I agree. I think it's how does Ryan Fraser kick on? How fit is Fraser, and how is he going to perform? Because if he performs like Pete Bournemouth when he's linked with the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool, Fraser gets an all day along with Almiron. Yeah. But Almiron in the number 10, we've seen what he can do towards the end of last year.
He's got to play there for me. I don't see any other position where he's comfortable.
Same with the Saint fitness issues and always coming off with a nice pack. It's like Almiron is a good option off the bench. I think Newcastle have got good options off the bench now. You had Almiron on the bench.
Murphy as well.
Carroll is a plan B off the bench. Like Murphy, he can cause Tyrone legs problems. So it is a tricky one.
But we've got good options there, and we've still got the deadwood we need to shift, like Christian Atsu and players like that, like Lazar and Saive and things like that. We've got how many days left of the window now? About 4 days left. Like there's still some business to be done.
Monday at 5, I think it is.
2 days then. Still some business to be done. We've got some deadwood to shift. Hopefully we can bring another 1 or 2 in to help that depth. But yeah, like I say, the depth is there. We've got some quality players in the team.
Right. Just more defence, really, because of the injuries we've got.
Yeah.
Well, I think that does it, doesn't it? Player ratings, Brucey ratings, wrapped up lovely. Saturday night, done and dusted. Nearly been drop your player ratings in the comments below. Cheers, Kate, for tonight.
Not a problem.
Enjoyed yourself. I've enjoyed myself. Sunday, 7 o'clock morning start. I'm off to bed. Let me know your player ratings below, your thoughts on the game. Make sure you check out all the videos from tonight, all the fan cams, the match reaction, the watch along, the goal reactions, all that. FIFA video as well for you. We spoil the day. Subscribe to my channel TV and enjoy.
Enjoy yourself.